Good morning, everyone. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com with your morning market outlook for Friday, July 17th, 2026. Well, overnight, the Asian markets were down across the board 3, 4, 5, 6% on the day. In the North American markets, we're trading lower in the pre market, nothing like the type of selling we've seen in Asia, but that could happen going forward. Looking at commodities this morning, we've got crude oil trading up over $80, while gold is having trouble getting back over $4,000. It is trading higher, while silver is trading lower on Friday morning. On Thursday, the big winner was U.S. regional banks. They were up nearly 3% on the day, making a new high. In the Canadian market, the big winner was the telecom sector, which is back on a buy signal as of Thursday's close. What didn't work? Well, anything chip related, whether you're looking at memory or semiconductors, those were the big losers on Thursday. Now, this morning, we've got Netflix out with earnings, and it's disappointing the market, and we're down nearly 10% last time I checked. We recently got a buy signal. Now, remember, Netflix has been a dog for a while, and so here we are. We got a buy signal, and then we turned around and generated a sell signal a few days later. Now, after that buy signal, if the pros don't come back to take control over the next couple of days, you have to get pretty nervous that the trade isn't going to work out. And that's exactly what happened in this example. It's unfortunate, but now, of course, you can make more money trading it to the short side than you could to the long side at this time. Now, on Friday mornings, I like to print off some weekly charts just to see how the weekend is setting up. And so here we've got an inside week for the VIX up over 11%. So not enough to give us a weekly buy signal just yet, but we're still on a daily sell signal at the moment, and that could change on Friday. The S&P 500 is down a little over 0.5% on the week, so nothing really to worry about there. Unlike the Nasdaq, which is down 2.68%, having an inside week, and certainly within striking distance of the lower channel line. And of course, we're already on a daily sell signal for the Nasdaq. The Russell 2000 having an inside week, down ever so slightly. Semiconductors down nearly 8.5% on the week, coming down to the lower channel line. We peaked 4 weeks ago, closed below the previous week's low, and continued to move lower. So here we are down at the lower channel line, and it certainly looks like, with what we're seeing in the pre-market this morning, that we're going to end Friday on a weekly sell signal for semiconductors. Looking at the TSX, we're up just a tenth of a percent coming into Friday's trading action, while the TSX 60 is up over 0.5% on the week. Of course, more influence from the banks in the TSX 60 than the TSX Composite. Looking at the energy sector, we're up 1.89%, and we're up on both sides of the border. Not enough to give us a weekly buy signal just yet. Financials have been doing very well this week. We just looked at the U.S. regional banks, and in Canada, we're up a little over 1.5%, making a new high. Then we've got gold stocks trading down on the week, 6.36%, making a new low for this move. Looking at the US dollar index, we're down on the week, but still closing above the $100 level. So no major change there. Bonds continue to move lower ever so slightly this week, but bonds trending lower means bond yields are trending higher, putting upward pressure on the Fed to raise interest rates. Looking at the price of gold, we're down 3.2% coming into Friday's trading action, trying to hold the low from a month ago. Then looking at oil is up 9.75% so far. Not enough to give us a weekly buy signal, but we're certainly on a daily buy signal. Moving back to the daily charts, we've got the VIX trading in the channel for the S&P. Looking for a close on Friday above 1739. We may be able to get that. We may be able to get a buy signal for the NASDAQ VIX on Friday. The Russell VIX, maybe not, but we need to close above 2232 on Friday to give us a buy signal there. Now, the chip sector has been hit hard this week, and we've got the major ETFs on sell signals, the bear ETFs on buy signals. Just to give you a sample of what's been going on this week, we've got Marvell down over 22% over the past 5 trading days. We've got Allegro down over 17%. We've got Global Foundries down over 16%. We've got Coherent down over 15%. Micron's down nearly 14%. Intel's down nearly 14%. And then we've got Amkor down 12.67%, similar for Teradyne. Then what's holding up, Taiwan Semiconductors is only down 6.23%. We've got NVIDIA actually up on the week. It broke out above 200, ran up to 1250 and stopped. And so we're looking for a breakout of that range. ASML is only down 1.07% on the week. You can see we traded up through the upper channel line yesterday, but did not hold those gains. And you can see that the pros aren't really that interested in taking control at the moment. And then SanDisk is down over 24% over the last 5 trading days. So, of course, much more if you go back to the peak that we recently had in June. But here we are. SanDisk is a new listing, not part of the SOX index so far. Almost done today. We're looking at the iShares for the TSX 60, up a penny yesterday. And up a penny, and we were trying to get to 53.13. We got as high as 53.12. So I can see that some of you had orders in up at that level. The Vanguard Canada ETF still trading along the 71.88 level. Has not been able to take out the June high just yet. Looking at the U.S. market, the Vanguard Total Market ETF has been trading sideways for a while. Certainly within striking distance of a sell signal on Friday. That's also true for the Dow and the S&P 500. We've been talking about the 750 level. We closed at $750.72 yesterday. The NASDAQ not having as much luck at the 750 level. We ran up to that back at the end of May and tried again in the middle of June, tried again, and here we are making lower highs. That is bearish, and the next hell will be if we break down below the 687.50 level. That would give us a new lower low. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. So far, it looks like we are going to see some selling at the open on Friday morning. Have a wonderful Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. I guess you're probably not going to be going out too far if you live on the East Coast with all of that smog out there. If you're a member, we'll talk again on Sunday. If you're not a member, we'll be back here on Monday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com. Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.